Hello and welcome back. I'm Britt Hume, and this is On the Record as the two vice presidential candidates prepare to debate tonight. The national polling average shows Hillary Clinton with a nearly 4-point lead in a two-way race and an only slightly smaller one in a four-way. The betting odds continue to favor Mrs. Clinton by about 3-1, as you'll be able to see here in a moment when we get them up there. There they are. It seems clear that Mrs. Clinton has gained some ground in the past week, and the result has been a somewhat reshaped national map, as correspondent Shannon Bream explains.
It is time for a new look at the Electoral College map, where 270 remains the goal for winning the presidency. Since we last dug into the numbers, there has been a debate and a whole lot of new state and national polls as well. So based on crunching that data, here is where the map stands today. The heartland, as you can see, remains mostly deep red. Those are the solid GOP states. They account for 153 votes. The leaning GOP states, Iowa and Missouri, they bring you another 16. And you'll notice two states with interesting shading. You can see here Nebraska and Maine. That is because they actually split up the votes they award candidates. Each of them has a district which is leaning GOP. That adds another 2 votes. So in total, that puts solid or leaning GOP at 171. That is up 1 vote from the last time we checked in. There's still a large group of toss-up states. These are the ones that you see in yellow around the map. They now total 104 votes, down from 108 last week. That's because New Hampshire has shifted from a yellow toss-up to now leaning Democrat. Tucked into the toss-ups is Colorado. But we got to tell you, the last 2 major polls taken there, both post-debate, give Hillary Clinton a double-digit lead over Trump. So it appears to be trending in her favor. That is true also of Pennsylvania, which we have leaning Democrat. Post-debate polling shows Clinton widening a lead in that state as well. So you add it to the other leaning Democrat states and brings that group's total to 76. Coupled with the dark blue states, which are solidly Democrat, they represent 187 votes. Those together now, states leaning and those solidly Democrat, they account for 263 votes. That is up 3 from before the debate. At last check, we were seeing a trend in Trump's favor, but now it appears that is stalled.
Shannon, thank you. So for more on those critical battleground states, I'm joined by Josh Kraushaar, politics editor at National Journal. Josh, nice to see you.
Good to be here, Brett.
What are you looking at? What are you seeing?
Well, this is a tale of 2 parts of the country. We're seeing a big bounce for Hillary Clinton in some of the more diverse, college-educated states. So Colorado, Hillary Clinton now has an 11-point lead, according to one new reputable poll. Florida, Hillary Clinton is starting to pull, or at least pull ahead to a small single-digit advantage in many of the new polls. But in the Rust Belt, in states like Ohio, Wisconsin to a lesser extent, there's really no bounce for Hillary Clinton. In fact, Donald Trump actually gained ground in the Quinnipiac poll that came out this week. For Donald Trump, he went from Ohio, which is a state that's looking increasingly in Donald Trump's favor.
Now, what about Pennsylvania, which has been, of course, the kind of a place where Republican hopes have been dashed so many times, but it has been thought to be in play. Shannon pointed out that the polling there is looking increasingly favorable for Mrs. Clinton. Out of reach, do you think, for Donald Trump?
It's a must-win state, though it is definitely trending towards Hillary Clinton. And on paper, it's a demographic strong state for Donald Trump. But here's the
we've got this Monmouth poll. Just call your attention to this Monmouth poll that's on the screen. I'm not entirely down with Monmouth as a polling organization, but there it is, and it's a regular poll. It's a telephone poll. It's not some silly online poll. 10-point lead, and now we got Franklin and Marshall College 9-point lead. So that looks a little grim at the moment, doesn't it?
The thing that should scare the Donald Trump campaign in Pennsylvania is that after the debate, the white vote, the white women in particular, shifted markedly towards Hillary Clinton. That comment about Miss Universe that Donald Trump sort of made worse after the debate has clearly been a key pivot point in this race in Pennsylvania. So Trump was closing the gap in Pennsylvania before the debate. White women now favor Hillary Clinton in Pennsylvania. Mitt Romney won white women in Pennsylvania by double digits back in 2012. So that is a huge constituency nationwide, but it is particularly important in Pennsylvania, where Trump needs to at least compete. He's going to lose suburban Philadelphia, but he needs to at least get it within striking distance of Hillary Clinton there.
Let's take a look. I'm going to get your thoughts about North Carolina. That's obviously a state where it looked like Trump might be doing pretty well. We have a fresh poll out in North Carolina today. This is from Elon University, and it shows Mrs. Clinton with a 6 percentage point advantage. What do you make of that?
It's a competitive state. It's a racially polarized state. Hillary Clinton is winning 98% of the African-American vote. That's a greater share than what President Obama won in North Carolina in 2012. So you have a white vote that's overwhelmingly Republican, a black vote that's overwhelmingly Democrat.
How's Trump doing with the white vote?
he's doing very well, but not enough. He needs to win about 65, 70, 75% of the white vote. He needs to win white suburban voters in the big population centers around the state. He's winning 61% of the white vote in that Elon poll. He needs to get about 10 points higher for him to have a good shot at winning.
So in other words, he's either got a diminished cutter margin among the black vote, which if it's 98%, that seems hard to believe that could hold to the election day, 98%.
And certainly Hillary Clinton talking about President Obama at the first debate, really trying to engage African-American voters in her campaign appearances in North Carolina. That's their the Clinton campaign thinks if they win North Carolina, ball game over, and they think that they have a good chance right now.
Looks that way, yeah. Josh, thank you very much.